Never start to.
I know, I'm John now. I didn't know that. Okay. Praise God, hallelujah. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, they are seeing it now. Okay.
The only notification.
Mm. Where is the chat?
See chat.
See what this chat. Okay. Wait. Food. Wait. Your this thing will expire.
Never expire, but not today. Never expire, but not today.
Ah. This thing is delayed.
In the delay.
Is it network or what?
Be now your.
Is it record? I don't know. What is causing it? How can I enter this place back now? Don't be typing, that's one. Do you used to see people chat? Like how do you used to see? Can you see people
Yeah,
chat?
like this.
Okay. Sure, you'll be helping me to be economic as well.
That this hanging, I think na from the phone.
Oh, thank you. Okay, welcome to my life. Welcome to the Sam Jesus Piano Life. I'm going to be teaching everybody how to play the piano from the beginning. Now, you know what? Before you start learning piano, you need to learn, okay, you need to learn what they call musical letter first. Normally, people already know that music is a sound, not just a pleasant sound. Because what is pleasant to Mr. E might not be pleasant to Mr. B. So let me leave all that. Let's just go straight to the point. So I'm going to be starting with what we call musical letters. There are 7 letters. They are the first 7 letters of the English alphabet, which are A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. After G, you have to start again from the beginning. That is, you have to start again from A. So what am I trying to say now? These 7 letters, they are the ones that form a lot of things in music. So we are going to be using them to learn a lot of things. Now, I want to show you something now. Now, normally, let me describe the piano for you. The piano is made up of white and black keys. The piano is made up of white and black keys. Let me show you, I'm coming. Now, can you see it now? The piano is made up of what? White and black keys. Look at it. Can you see it? Now, look at the arrangement of the piano. Let's check the black keys first. Some are 2 black keys, while the other are 3. 2, 3. That's how they are all arranged. That is 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, just like that. Now, remember I gave you 7 letters, which are A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I'm going to be starting with that letter C, which is the 3rd letter. Now, I'm going to be showing you that letter C now on the piano. Now, look at it. Now, before I show you, let me show you something. Look at the 2 black keys on the keyboard. If you are with your piano there, try and touch it. Touch all the 2 black keys. Skip the 3. Don't touch 3. Touch the 2. Skip 3. Touch 2. Skip 3. Touch the next 2. Those 2 black keys, they are very important. Why? In the sense that the white key before those 2 black keys is very important. Now, can you see those 2 black keys? Okay, can you see 2 black keys? Let me use this particular octave. Can you see these 2 black keys now? Now, there's a white key before them. Can you see it now? A white key is before the 2 black keys. There's a white key at the middle of those 2 black keys. There's a white key after that, after those 2 black keys. But the one that we are going to be talking about now is the one before the 2 black keys. This particular white key is now before the 2 black keys. That white key now is known as key of C. That is our letter C, that 3rd letter, the 3rd letter of those 7 letters that I just mentioned. So we are going to be starting with that letter. Can you see it now? So can you see that white key? Normally, all these white keys, they are known as natural keys. They are known as what? Natural keys. So you can see that. So now the first, that particular white key before the set of the 2 black keys is letter C. That is key of C. That is our 3rd letter, which is C. Now after C, we are going to get the next white key, which is D, E, F, G, A. Remember I told you after G, you are going to start from A again. A. So can you see now? That's why we are starting, instead of mentioning H, we are starting again from what? A. So let's go again. C, D, E, F, G. After G, where are we going back to? We are going back to our A. A, B, and what? C. Can you see it now? C. C. Now, look at something now. Can you see the C? D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now, you already know about the white keys now. Can you see it now? Those white keys, they are natural keys. Now, what about the black keys? Normally, there's no name for the black keys. Now, they obtained their name from the white keys. Can you see it now? They obtained their name from the what, everybody? From the white keys. So, let me explain something now to you now. Now, before that, let me give you the arrangement of this key first. In between C and D, there's a black key. In between D and E, there's a black key. In between E and F, there's no any what black keys. Are you taking note of all this stuff? In between F and G, there's a black key. In between G and A, there's a black key. In between A and B, there's a black key. In between B and the other C, there's no what? There's no black key. Can you see it? There's no what? Black key. So that means there's no black in between E and F and B and C. Now, those black keys now, they got their name through the what? Through the white keys. And they are either called sharp or flat. When you are going like this, you call them sharp. That's when you are ascending, you call them sharp. When you are descending, you call them what? Flat. So let's give them their name now. Now watch. This what letter? This letter of C. This letter. Do you notice something? That there is a white key at the front of this. So what am I saying? There's a black key at the front of this C. And this same black key at the front of C is also behind the letter of D, which is key of D. So can you see that this black key is in between C and D? That is, this same sharp key, sorry, this same black key is at the front of C, still at the back of D. What am I trying to explain? Anything at the front will always be sharp. Anything at the back will always be what? Flat. So now, where am I going to now? Listen to me. Now, can you see this black now? It's at the front of C. Because it's at the front of C. Because this black is at the front of C, you will call it what? C sharp. You are going to call it what? C sharp. Now, this same C sharp is at the back of D. Because it's at the back of D, you call it what? You call it D flat. You are going to be calling it what? D flat. That is C sharp because it's at the front of C. D sharp because it's at the back of D. Can you see it now? Now, that brought us to what they call enharmonic notes. That is the same sound but different names or keys. Can you see that this same black is just give us the same sound? Me calling this black is C sharp or D flat did not change the sound. That's what they call what? Enharmonic notes. So we already know that this is C sharp and it's also D flat. Now, what about the black at the front of D? You call it what? D sharp, which is also what? E flat. Now, you know now there's no black in between E and F. Now, this particular black now at the front of F, you call it what? F sharp, which is also what? G flat, because at the back of G. Now, this particular black here at the front of G, you call it what? G sharp, which is also what? A flat, because at the back of A. Now, this particular black here at the front of A, you call it what? A sharp, which is also what? B flat, because at the back of B. There's no black key in between B and C. So can you see it now? So now you already know what they call. So you already now know the letter names for all these black key. You now know them. You now know them that this is C, C sharp, D, D sharp, blah 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 shape. So just like that. Now what people need to know now. I need to teach you something now. Do you know what I need to teach you now? Now listen, watch me. Now I'm going to now tell you something now before you move on now, before we go. So before we start some other stuff. Now I want you to understand that this from C to C sharp, there's no space. Can you see it now? From C to C sharp, there's no space. From C to D, there's a space. I'm using layman, or that, like I'm just breaking it down. I mean, I'm breaking down to the lowest level. That's why I'm using these terms now. Look, for example, look, from C to C sharp, there's no space. Can you say from C to C sharp, there's no space. From C sharp to D, there's no space. From D to D sharp, there's no space. So if you are moving like that, can you see that there's no space? But from C to D, there's a space. Where is the space? Look at the space. This is the space. From C to D, there's a space. Can you see the space? Then if now look from D to E, there's a space. Look at the space. That black key, which is D sharp, E flat, is the space in between D and E. Now let me tell you another thing. From C sharp to D sharp, there's a space. Where is the space? That D in between them, that is the space. Now look, from D sharp to F, that is from D sharp, E flat to F, there's a space. Where is the space? D is this. Now anything that have to do with space is called tone. What I call it, everybody, is called tone in music. Then anything that, like, once there's no space in between two notes, it is called what? Semitone. It is called semitone. Can you see now? From C to C sharp is what? Semitone, because there's no space in between. Then from C to D, there's a space. From C to D, there's a space. So now I want to start now. So you already know about the piano now, the arrangement, the keys, and so on. So now let's start now. So we want to start. Now I'm going to be starting with, I think, let me show my face more. Now look, everybody. Now I need to be charging this phone. Anyway, you can give me this thing. Okay. Now I want to explain something to everybody. You send me the charger. Now I want to explain something to everybody now. Before you learn piano, you remember I've explained what people need to learn first, like the musical letters, the what do they call it? People need to learn the musical letters and how they are being applied on the what they call it, on the piano. People already know the arrangement on the piano. Now, what you need to learn now, before you, like, the stuff that you need to learn first on your piano is what they call scale. What you need to learn is what they call what? Scale. So what is scale? Like SCALE. What is scale? Scale is just the sequential arrangement of what? Musical notes. The sequential arrangement of what? Musical what? Notes. That is scale. I see can need to look and just like now the sequential arrangement of what? Musical notes. The sequential arrangement of musical notes is called what? Scale. For example, if somebody do something like this, that is scale. Or if somebody just do something like that is scale. So that is it. So there are two types. So there are three types of scales. There are three types of what? Scales. Now the first one, now get me right. Oh, now listen to me. There are three types of scale. Three. The first one is called what? Chromatic scale. You need to learn that. Before you be a pianist, you need to learn that one. That you need to learn that one. That is the first thing you need to learn. That is chromatic scale. Then the second one that you need to learn is called what? Whole tone scale. Whole tone, that is WHOL, then TONE. That is whole tone scale. Then the third one that you need to learn is called what? Diatonic scale. What is the meaning of dia? Dia means two. Diatonic scale. I'm going to explain the theory first before we now start. Now the first one is chromatic scale, right? I told you chromatic scale. What is the meaning of chromatic? That is something that is like when you are playing like chronologically. Like what is chromatic scale? That is a scale that comprises of semitones. There is no space. You are playing everything on the piano. You are playing everything on the piano without giving space. Remember I told you space and no space. I told you anything space is what? Tone. Anything no space is what? Semitone. So that's what I mean by that chromatic scale. So what is chromatic scale? Chromatic scale is the what? Is a scale that comprises of what? Semitones. Now you playing all your semitones, like all the semitones, all the notes on the piano is called what? Chromatic scale. Now let me now tell you something. I'm going to be showing you the correct finger. Later on, you might not need the correct finger again once you be a professional, but like at this level, at like as a beginner, you need to learn the use of the appropriate finger. Like you need to use the correct finger to play it. Now, after that, you need to learn the whole tone scale. Whole tone scale have to do with playing of tones. That is a scale that comprises of tones. That is, and there are two types of whole tone scale. We are going to be checking that today. After that, down the last one is diatonic scale. Diatonic scale is the combination of both chromatic and what and your whole tone scale. The combination of your what chromatic and your what whole tone scale. That is not diatonic. That is mixture. That is two things. That's why that's where the diatonic is coming from. Now, what does that mean by that diatonic? Now look here. Inside this diatonic, there are a lot of scales there. There are a lot of scale at least, but we'll be learning the important one. Like examples of these diatonic scales, they are major scale. Like today we might stop at major scale. You need to learn how to play it on all 12 keys. You need to learn how to play it on all the 12 keys. You need to learn how to play your major scale on all the 12 keys. You cannot go to your minor scale, harmonic minor, melodic minor, natural minor, and so on. You learn your pentatonic scale, your pentatonic minor, your blues scale, all your modes from Ionia, Dorian, and so on. You need to learn your Spanish Gibson, a lot of scales, like there are a lot of scale, your bebop and so on. They are on all these other scales. They are under our diatonic scale. So people used to make some mistake by saying diatonic scale is do re mi fa sol la ti do, like they are calling major scale. Okay, guys, some people just take diatonic scales as only major scale. No, it's not like that. Diatonic scale comprises of a lot of scales. Like that's why I say it's the mixture of chromatic. There you see some scales. Now you know is a mixture of both chromatic and diatonic. Sorry, and what am I saying? And whole tone scale. That's just diatonic scale. So we want to start now. Let's start with chromatic scale now. We want to start with chromatic scale now. Sorry, Buki Alake, you're welcome. Hi to you too. Hi. Now, let me now tell you something now. Now, I want to start now with chromatic scale. Are you ready for chromatic scale? Mr. Joseph, I'm seeing your write up. Thank you, Mr. Obile Joseph Otere. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Yeah, that's right. Thank you. So, now I want to start with chromatic scale. Are you ready for chromatic scale? Now, look at it. I told you now that chromatic scale is a scale that comprises of what? Your semitones. That is, you are not giving any space. So now let's check the keyboard now. Okay. Now look here. It's charging now. Can you see? Now I want to start with anything we are doing for now. We are going to be starting with that key of C. Remember your C now, the white key before your two black keys. Now look at it. Look at the chromatic scale here. Can you see? See my C. My C sharp. My D. My D sharp. E. F. F sharp. G. G sharp. D. Sorry, A. sorry, A sharp. B and C. So if you count everything together, there are 12 plus and that is 13. So can you see it now? That is what chromatic scale. So we want to do it now. Now we want to learn how to play it now. There's a particular fingers for all this stuff. Now let me show you that finger first before I use the finger to play. Now look at the finger. Look at the fingers. Look at the finger. Now I'm going to be teaching you both your left and both your right. Now look at my left. Oh, hi to Shams 15. Welcome. Hi to Shams. Now look at it. This is my what? This is my left hand. Now look at my left hand. Now when you want to play with your left hand, look at. You'll be using your thumb is for your white. The thumb, while playing your chromatic scale, your thumb is meant for the white notes, the white keys. While your middle finger is meant for the black. Don't forget. Your middle finger is meant for the what? Black. For example, now look now. I'm playing this stuff. Let me start. Okay, then I'm going to show you. Now look, the thumb for white, the middle for black. Now, there's a place that we are going to be getting to whereby you'll be seeing two white keys. For example, E and F. For example, B and C. There are two white keys there. So are we not going to be using thumb and thumb for each other? No. So that's when we are going to be making use of our index as support. as support. You are going to be using this as support. So I want to show you now, just for the left. Now for the left, I'm coming. So now when ascending for the left, when you get to those, when you get to that your C, your E, that's when you use this to support. Before you now use your thumb for F, you continue again, then you continue. Then when you now get to B, you use this, you make use of okay, Douglas, welcome, thank you, hi to you too. Now can you see, when you get to your, what do you call it, to your B, you make use of this, your supporting finger, which is your index, before you now use this to touch your C. So like that, you should be able to play more than one octave. You know the meaning of octave now. Octave means 8. Octave means 8. That is 8 notes, like 8 interval, like 8 notes. So that is it. So you should be able to play all the octave, but you can start with the first octave first. Now let me show you. I'm going to calm down to show you how to play this stuff. Che, thanks for liking this live video. Thanks a lot. Now watch. Now let me show you now. Now can you see? See, can you hold this one like this, please?
Remove the charger.
The charger. What is it? Okay. Okay. Sorry, please. Now look here. Now. Let me see what I'm doing. Now, this my C. Hold it like this for me. Can you see? Now, can you see my C? Okay, let me start with this octave, please. Can you see my C? Okay, that is my C. I think I'm using thumb to play it. Middle for the C sharp. Can you see? And that is the correct fingering of playing your scale of your chromatic scale. Now you move to D with your thumb. Can you see thumb? Sorry for doing like this. I just want people to see it. It's not as if that is not that you are not supposed to play like this and do like this. And no, I'm just trying to like break it down so that people can see. So this C, thumb for C, middle for D sharp, thumb for D, middle for D sharp. Now support. No, can you see there are two white keys here? E without any black key. Can you see it now? So this when the support will come index. This when this index will come in. Use it and touch. Can you see it now? The E. Then continue that our stuff again. That is our thumb for F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp. You are going to use you are going to support here too with this your index on your B, then your C. The same way, the way you are saying, that's how you descend. Yeah? No, let's descend. Can you see it now? Can you see it now? Can you see it now? Your support. Just still like that. Is it like that? Yeah. Wait, just like don't shake your camera. Okay. So now everyone look here. So you have to play like this. At least you should be able to play like this. You start gradually like this. You can hold your metronome. Like I see. You can start gradually like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. With the correct finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. Now you should be able to play fast like this. With the correct finger. Can you see it now? You should be able to play more than one octave safe. You should be able to play more than one octave. Okay, let me show you something now. Now before I move to the right hand. Okay, let me just show you the right hand. Okay, wait, before I move to the right hand, let me show you something. Okay, sorry. Let me see my face. No. No. Now look here. So look. Let me plug the charger. Now look, I want to show you something. I'm coming.
We'll continue.
Now look at how I'm going to play. I want to play all the octave, all the 7 octave on this piano because my piano is nice. 7 octave. Now can you see? Now look. With my left hand, you should be able to play like this, all your octave. So can you see it now? That is my left hand. Now let's move to right hand. Now look at right hand. Look at right hand. My right hand. We want to learn how to use our right hand now. Look at the right hand. Right hand is still the same white and sorry, what am I saying? It's still the same thumb and middle, but different context now. For example, remember while ascending, what do they call it? This support is coming first. But now while ascending here, the thumb will always come as support. You know where to support it now? Where we need that supporting finger is around that E and F and B and C. So now look here now. So if I'm starting my thumb with C, middle with what? C sharp, D sharp. Now the next key is E and F. So what will come first now is my thumb as supporting finger. Then before my what? Before my what do you call it? Before my index will come. Then you continue now with your F sharp as middle, just like that. When you get to B2, your thumb will come first before your what? Index. So just like that. So let me show you what I'm trying to say now. Now look at it here. This one. Okay. Okay. Okay, now can you see it now? Now look. Sorry. Bring the camera closer. Now see. That is my C. That's my C. Can you see my C? Now middle for C sharp. That's my right hand. I'm using my right hand now. Now your D sharp, middle. Now now instead of index, just like that left, this time around you are going to use your thumb for that E. Before this index will now come as F sharp. You continue with your middle, just like that. When you get to this B2, can you see your thumb first instead of index now? On that B, then your C, you continue like that. Can you see now? You descend down with the way you ascend, you descend. Can you see it? So ascending. So can you see it now? Now, let me show you something. You should be able to play it like this. Like, you should be able to play it on all your 7 octave. If you are with 5 octave keyboard, you can use it. If you are also with 6 octave or 4 octave keyboard, you can also still use it. But I know that the two common octave, the two common type of keyboard are the 7 and the 5 octave. Okay. Okay, like this. Is it capturing everything like this? Okay, no. You need to do it like this way.
So the phone will charge.
Yeah, exactly. So okay. Now look. I want to show you now. Yeah. Now can you see it now? Now can you see? I want to start from the lowest note down to the highest note. From the lowest note A here, because I'm using 7 octave keyboard, to the highest note C. But some keyboard you can start your own with C. Okay. Okay, let me just start from C. Now look. it. Now, you should be able to practice with your left first. Hello, sorry, let me check. Okay, Prosperous Light, thanks for joining the live. Hello, I'm greeting you also. Please like the live. Please also let me share it to your. Let me share it, please. Thank you. Now, look here. You should be able to practice with your left. You should be able to practice with your left hand. Like, practice with your left. Let your left hand be free. Then go to your right. Practice with it. Be conversant with the both, and then after that you now practice with your two hands. Like, you now use your two hands at the same time. You can even decide to use it and form anything. You can decide to play it as like you can decide to, okay, I'm coming. Let me just show you what I'm trying to say first. Now look here. Let's use our two hands now. Like, I'm going to place my hand on the lower C, the first octave C, and then while my right hand on the second octave of C. Now look here. That is lowest C. The next C, I'm going to put my right hand here. Now I'm going to be playing everything together. You can practice like this gradually with the correct finger. Now look here. Learn how to take it like this gradually with the correct finger. I cannot move this finger. Now can you see it now? Can do it like that. So, but yeah, for you to get that speed, you need to practice your left foot and your right. See, you can do anything. There's nothing you cannot play. You just practice, make perfect. Just take it gradually. And they say you need to be applying them in all your songs. But this one is for the. Okay, look here. Now let's move. Let's go to the next one now. Now look here. Now I want to also introduce something. I know that some of you that are watching this video, some of you are already experts. You already know what to do. You already know this chromatic scale. Well, I just want to show you something. You can also decide to like turn this chromatic scale around. You can do it in contrary motion. You can decide to reverse everything. You can decide to start your left with C, then start your right with E. Nice, it will not be giving you something like that. With the correct finger, you can decide to do that right. You can also decide to take it like to reverse it, whereby here will be ascending, here will be descending, something like that. You can decide to also you can decide to do different things with your chromatic scale. You can decide to do different things with your chromatic scale. You can decide to play, like you can decide to take it in sequence of 3, for example, like C, okay, sequence of 2, like C sharp, then you touch your G, you touch the 5th note of your C, D sharp, you touch the 5th note of your A, which is the A. So something like this one is for the professional, this one is for all those that are expert. Okay, I forgot him. We are starting from the scratch. Okay, now let's move to the next thing now. We are done with chromatic scale. Now let's move to whole tone scale. Let's move to whole tone scale. Now what is whole tone scale? Now, is this thing reducing or charging? This is not charging now. Okay, now let's move to whole tone scale now. What is whole tone scale? Whole tone scale is a scale that comprises of just the tones. Remember I told you about tones. I already told you about tones already. That is, tones means space. For example, from your C to D, that is your tone. From D to E. For those of you that are just joining the class, so let me show you what I mean. Like, for example, look here. From C to D, D C, This is D. It's a tone. This is the tone in between. From D to E is a tone. Can you see the tone? Alright? So what is a tone? Sorry, what am I saying? So what is whole tone scale? It's a scale that comprises of what? Of tones. So let's start now. Before I explain, I just want to tell you that there are two types of whole tone scale. Like, put into two families. The first family is C family, like key of C family, and the key of C family comprises of C, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, and C. While the second family is the C sharp family, which is C sharp, D sharp, F, G, A, B, and your C sharp. So let me explain how come. Let's check it out now. From C, what is the tone? From C to D? Like from here, what is the tone above? A tone above C. Now listen to me. A tone above C is what? D. Can you see it now? A tone above D is what? E. A tone above E is what? F sharp. Can you see? You have to omit this. A tone above F sharp is what? G sharp. Can you see? You have to leave this. A tone above G sharp is what? A sharp. Can you see? You have to leave this. A tone above A sharp is what? C. Back to our C. So can you see it now? That is what whole tone scale. Now the second family. Look at the second family. Now the second family is what? C sharp. A tone above C sharp is what? D sharp. A tone above D sharp is what? F. Can you see? You have to leave this. A tone above F is what? G. You have to leave this. A tone above G is what? A. You have to leave this. A tone above A is what? B. A tone above B. Are you seeing that all? A tone above B is what? C sharp. So can you see it now? So can you see it? Right? So can you see it now? Now there's a way to tell you. So that is it. Now we need to learn the correct finger. Let's start with our left first. I'm going to be showing the two family on our left hand. So look at, please. So look here. Okay, if you not remove chair, it's not okay. Cannot just do it like this. Just hold it like this. Now, can people see me? No, don't shake your hand now. Just hold it like this. Now look at the left. I want to show you the left. Now, the first family for the left. Okay, you already know the first family on the left and the second family. I need to show you the fingering for the first family to our left. Now the first family, this is the fingering. So look here. For the left, now look. On your C, you start with your middle. You start with this three finger first. Middle. This is my left toe. Middle, index, and what? Your thumb. Middle, index, and thumb first. That is middle with your C, index on your D, thumb on your E. Now you now move to your ring finger. Your ring finger, which is F sharp, middle on G sharp, index on your what? A sharp, thumb on your what? C. That's how to play it. This is the way you are saying. That's how you descend. So if you come and watch it now, come and see it. This is not charging. Okay. Is this thing discharging or what? Sorry, I'm coming. It's coming from me. I'm going to I get to change this one. So can you see it? Can you see it now?
Put it no she can.
Oh, wait, move on first. Now, so look at this C. Can you see it? That is my middle finger on the C. My index finger on D. My thumb on E. Now, I want to use my F sharp. Sorry, I want to use my ring finger now to play F sharp. Ring finger. Look at it. F sharp. F sharp. Can you see it now? Then the next one, which is middle on G sharp. Then the next one, which is what? Index finger on my what? A sharp. Then my C, which is my thumb. Can you see it now? You see the way you are saying this one. So
let me hold this thing, sorry.
So that is it. So now let's go to the second family of the whole tone scale. Now I want to go to the second family of the whole tone scale now. The second family now of the whole tone scale is going to be starting with the C sharp. We already know about that. So I want to show you with the correct finger, which is let's talk about it now. Look at it. You just use these 3 fingers for a rhythm. Now your middle for your C sharp, your index for your D sharp, your thumb for your F. You go back to your middle again for your G, your index for your A, your thumb for your B. You end it with your what? For your C and your middle finger on your C sharp. You can still continue. You should be able to play different octaves. So watch me as I do it now. Middle.
Why is this thing is discharging? Can you bring the charger closer? Like bring it to this place. To this, exactly.
Is it charging?
Okay. It's not charging. Jesus, why is it not charging?
I leave it now after the life or you charge for.
I think the phone don't work like this. Okay, so everyone look here, see.
What up? Okay, so look here. Now look. Now I want to show you now how to play it now. You should be able to play like this. I'm going to be starting with the first family on all the keys. Like what am I saying? On all like on all the octave. Then later we move to the second family. Remember, anything you're learning, you start it gradually. You don't need to rush. You don't need to rush. Now we calm down, take it. Now let's start from the first family with the correct finger. Before you show the correct finger for that from your words middle. I sing. Look at it. Now, if you want to continue, that's when you now cross to your, if you want, in case if you want to do more than one octave on the first family on your left hand, once you touch the thumb, once you end with your thumb on C, now for you to continue with your middle on D and thumb on E. You continue just like that. Check your phone. Jesus, what is this? Okay. Let's go. Remember the second family, you should be able to play. The second family, you don't have any issue. It's just that 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Just like that. That's like middle index tone. That's how you play everything on all the octaves. So you should be able to do that. That means the second family, which is C sharp. Just like that. That is it. Now let's move to the right hand now. So the right hand, now for you to play the right hand, the first family is like this. You start with your thumb to your what? Index. Sorry, your thumb to your index or to your middle. I prefer this middle because of my chromatic scale. So this, and so that it will give me this my middle finger speed. So I prefer to start with what? My thumb. That I mean for the first family, my thumb to my middle. Thumb on C, middle on D. Thumb on what? On E. Index on F sharp. Middle on G sharp. What do they call it? Ring finger on A sharp. Now I want you to learn how to play more than one octave. So just like that, run it like that. Then when you now get to the last C, you can now end it with your little finger. So can you see it now? So let me show you what I mean. If no one charge again. Okay, it's not as if your charger guy. Okay, so look at my C. This is my thumb on my C. This is my thumb on my C. Middle. My middle finger on my D. So can you see it? If you want to end it, now for the second for the second family. Now for the second family, you have to use this. It starts with your what? Your index, then your what? index on your what? C sharp, your middle on your D sharp, then your thumb on your F. Now from that F, now you can now start the 1 2 3 1 2 3. Guys, that is when I mean 1 2 3. That is thumb, index, middle, thumb, index, middle, thumb, index, middle. After doing that C sharp and this thing, everything just follows suit. That is it. You already know your keys now for your whole tone scale. So we want to start now. Now look here. Sorry, F sharp, I mean C sharp. So watch how I play it. What's this thing off like this? What's this thing? It's charging now, okay? Okay, now look, watch me. Now watch. Now, you just look like that. Now watch me. No shaking. Now right, with the first family from C. You start gradually, you don't need to be so fast. You know, no. Just like that. You can be counting 4 on each note, yeah, to master it. Then the second family, which is starting from C sharp. Now look at it, the second family is C sharp. Now, sorry for the what do I call it? Just network. I mean, there. Okay, now so look, you have to start gradually. Our right hand. Now, anything you are doing, remember, anything you practice to your left. After practicing it to your left, then you try your right hand. After that, try and use your 2 hands all together at the same time. Your 2 hands all together at the same time. Now let's go. Now I want to start with the first family. Now our both hands. Now look here. Now let's check the second family. The second family is starting from C sharp, our both hands now. Now take it gradually, remember. it in third, like C to my F. Now I'm talking about the second family. Now let me use the second family as my as example. C sharp and F. That's now You can decide to do use it and do anything you want to do. So can you see it now? Having gotten that now, so we are done with our chromatic scale and our auto scale. Now the next thing that we need to learn now is how to play our major scale. You need to learn your major scale. Like you need to learn it. I wish you are with your writing material there so that you can read this thing. Now you can also see browse it to you see what I want to explain to you. Now, but you need the correct fingers now for everything. Now, for you to learn how to play all keys, like if you want to learn how to play all your keys, learn how to move in circle or fourths. I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to be explaining what I mean by circle of fourths. I'm going to explain what I mean by circle of fourths to you. Now, you should be able to move in circle of fourths. Now, you should be able to move in circle of fourths. Yeah, some. I say, I don't hold this for time. No, before they do Jesus. Circle of fourth or circle of fifth. Yes, you can decide to use any of them. I love this. Who is this? BPP Spotlight. You have too much. You're welcome. You can use circle of fifth. You can also decide to use circle of fourth. Now, let me break it down for you. People that do use circle of fifth are people that do classicals, all those hymns. Now, they use circle of fifths. But for you now that want to play contemporary or other stuff like jazz and this thing, you can decide to use circle of fourths. People that like for you to learn perfectly, if you know you are not learning with sight reading, for now I'm not using what do they call it? I'm not teaching all these music symbols like staff, all those stuff. So that's why I'm using that word circle of fourth so that at least it will be easier for them. But anyone can go, you can use circle of fifth, you can use circle of fourth, and you can also still use your semitones, like you can use your semitone method that when you practice your C, you now use your C sharp, something like that. Or you can also still use your tone too, like your major scale, like you can still decide to learn all the white keys first, like you learn from C to D to E to F, then before you now go to the sharp or flat keys like that. But the best method is either circle of fourths or circle of fifths. But now I want to use circle of fourths. I want to teach on circle of fourths now. I want us to make use of circle of fourths. And please, BPS Spotlight, please, I would like you to also like my live and share it to others. Let them watch. So now I want to start now. Now, major scale. What is major scale? Major scale is a scale of 8 notes. How many notes? 8 notes that are built on both semitones and tones. Remember, that is a combination of chromatic scale and semitones. So what am I saying? That is the combination of chromatic scale and whole tone. So now let me now tell you where the semitone and tones comes in. Now look, it's a scale of 8 notes that are built on tones. Listen to me. Major scale is a scale of 8 notes. 8 notes that are built on what? Tones. But listen to me, I say but semitone in between the third and fourth, and in between the 7th and 8th, in between the what? 3rd and 4th, and in between the what? 7th and 8th. In between the what? 3rd and 4th, and what? 7th and 8th. That means between 1st and 2nd tone, 2nd to 3rd tone, 3rd and 4th semitone, 4th to 5th tone, 5th to 6th tone, 6th to 7th tone, 7 to 8 semitone. So can you see it's a scale of 8 notes with tones, but semitone in between what? 3rd and 4th and what? 7th and 8th. That is why a lot of people call sofa notation major scale, because they have the same sound. So that is the now we are going to maybe I don't know whether I'll be using that note. I'll be making use of for our sofa notation, which is the re fa sol la ti do. Do ti la so like that is Now I'm doing that in key of C, which is C, D, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So can you see it now? So now let's start with C and their correct fingers. Their correct finger, I mean. Now, I'm on this for one for Jesus Christ. You're not in the chat now. Now look. Let me break it down first. To play your C major scale, you are going to start with that C. That C will be our root. Root means the first note and the foundation, like the major thing, the major stuff, like the area of concentration. That is our root, which is our C. We want to start with our C now. Now C, major scale. Now, if you follow that, if you should follow that stuff now, if you should follow that definition, which have to do with 8 notes with tones, but semitone between the third and fourth, you will know that our major scale in C comprises of C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That's all our white keys without any black keys. That is that C. Now look now, that C now. Look at it. That is it. Now, I'm going to calm down and explain something. What is the fourth note of our C? The fourth note of our C, let's check. C, D, E, F. That means if you are to move in circle of fourths, our next key now will be what? F. Our next key will be what? F. So after we flank C, we'll move to F. So I want to start now with our C, with like the correct fingering now. So I see I'm going to start with left and right. I'll just show the right hand. You should be able to click on all your octave. You can start with 1 octave first, 2 octave, then all the octaves, like all the 7 octaves or 5 octaves anyhow. So can you see it now? Now, anything you're practicing, take it gradually, remember. Now, let me show you the correct fingering. Okay, the correct fingering, this is my left hand. This is my left hand. The correct finger for your C, let me use 1 octave and show you. The correct finger for your C is what? Sorry, little. That's this my left hand for left, middle, ring. In short, let me give them number system now. Thumb means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you have to play our major scale, I'm going to be using what? Little, ring, middle, little, and thumb. 4, 3, 2, 1. What I just play now is my what? C, D, E, F, G. If I'm using supplementation, do, re, mi, fa, so. Now let's move to the 6th and 7th and 8th note, which is middle. We will now switch to your middle, index, and what? And your tongue. So can you see it now? So do, re, mi, fa, so. Then you now move to your la. Then you now move to your T. Then you now move to your do. So can you see it now? C, D, E, F, G, then A, then B, then C. The way you ascend, that's how you also descend. I should be able to beat more than 1 octave. So I want to show you now with my left hand. Now, let me just go on to right hand too, so that I will just play everything once and for all, so that I can move to the next key. Now, look at right. For you to play your major scale, when you see your right, it will be what? It will be the reverse of your left, like the opposite of your left. Now look, now you start it what? 1, 2, 3. Like look, 1, look, 1, 2. Sorry, I'm coming now. Okay, it's charging. Now look, 1, thumb, 2, index, 3, middle. That is your C, D, and E, which is do, re, mi in key of C. Now Now we continue from F, right? Now you now switch back to your thumb and you can play your F thumb. That's one. Then index for your what? G, middle for your A, ring for your what? B, and little for your upper C. So can you see it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you start it 1, 2, 3. Switch back to 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will give you your what? C, D, E, then F, G, A, then B, and your what? C. So can you see it now? That is do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, do. Can you see now? The way you ascend, that's how you descend. Now this is our right hand. We are still in key of what? So remember, I'm going to show you how to practice your left and your right. You need to learn how to use your two hands all together at the same time to play it. Just the way using anything you are doing, always learn how to use your two hands, so that they can be very free. So that they can be very free. Okay, now so let's go now. Okay.
I'll need you now. Let's go through your face. Now I want to show you our left and our. Let me start with left first. Just hold it like this. Okay, no.
Okay, I want to show you left now. Now look left. On one octave.
Now my right.
Now see look at my right. So can you see it now? So you need to play like that. Then your two hands together at the same time. Then now let me show you. You should be able to play like this. So here we go. Don't worry. Okay. I want to use only my left now. Then you're right. Now you need to use your right now. Now your two hands all together. Your left on the first octave, the first C, then your second on, sorry, your right on the second C, that is your second octave. So look here. Oh, my hand is starting something. Okay, so can you see it? That is it. That's how to play your major scale, your both arms. Now remember, I told you our next skill now will be F, because I'm using circle of fourths, and I've already shown you our circle of fourths is for the fourth of C is what? F. C, D, E, F, F. So that means our root now be our F. That if you have to sing sophantation, as sophantation, we are going to be starting our doing key of what? F. Where is F? F is that white key before the three black keys. Now, if you check F, now if you follow that format, that tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, that is for your major scale now. To give you tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. That is all tones, but semitone between the third and fourth and seventh and eighth. So tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. That is the first tone. The tone above F is what? G. So let me show you what I'm saying. Look at the white key before the three black keys is your F. So that is our first note in key of F. F. The next one will be G. Let's see. So your F scale comprises of what? F, your. So you can see it now that you can now see that your F comprises of what? F, G, A, B flat. Can you see it now? F, A, B. Am I saying F, G, A, B flat, C, D, and E, and your what? And your F. Let me go again. F, G, A, B flat, C, D, and your what? E, and back to your F. So can you see it now? Now let me just show you the fingering for playing it. Your left. Now look at it. Now for your left, you use the same fingering. The same fingering you use for your C. That's the same finger that you are going to use for your F on your left. Like left hand, the same finger on your C. That's what you are still going to use for your F major scale. But for your right, things are changing. So look at it now. For your right is your thumb, index, middle, and your what? Ring. So 1, 2, 3. What am I saying? So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So can you see it now? So it will give you thumb, middle, the guy, thumb, thumb, middle. What am I saying? Thumb, ring, middle, and ring. Thumb, index, middle, and ring. Let me do again. Thumb, index, middle, and ring. That is do, re, mi, and fa. Look at it. Do, re, mi, and what? And your fa. So now, what about sol latido? That is our C, G, E, and F. So we'll see what you're going to use for them. You can still repeat that: thumb, index, middle, and ring. Thumb, index, middle, and ring. That is sol, la, si, do. So can you see it now? So let me show you now what I'm trying to say now.
This defeat was very low. This defeat was very low.
Yes, ma'am. Now, so our next key will now be what? Who can tell me our next key? Our next key is going to be B flat. Remember, that is the fourth note of F. Our fourth note of F now is B flat. That means our next key is going to be what? B flat. But before that, let me show you how you are going to play your left hand and your right hand on your F. By 6 now. Yeah. Now I'm using my left now. Now my right hand. So that is it. You should be able to play it on all octave, not just one or two. You should be able to play. Practice your left first, then practice your right, then practice your two hands. Let me show you what I mean. By the way, go fast. Okay, now I want to show you the left, right, then the both hands. Okay, now I want to show you the left now. Then your right hand. Then your two hands, you know. I'm going to be stopping here today. Our next live class, we are going to continue from B flat. That's our next key if you are following circle of fourths. Our next class, we are going to be starting with what? B flat. So what we are learning next now is our B flat. Now, in case you missed this live section, or in case you did not join us, okay, how is the piano? Yeah, it's just the speaker, yes. It's only the microphone that is connected to my live so that people can hear me. But the piano is now loud enough. It's somehow close to the, what they call it? It's close to the camera, like to my phone. So that is it. Now, okay, in our next class, in our next class, we are going to be starting with B flat. And for you people that did not meet up with this class and you want to know one or two, this video is going to still be available. I'm going to make it public after, like I'm going to be posting it under my video. Just check my live section. Like once you enter my YouTube channel, just go to my live. You see this video, the piano class for the beginners. Our next lesson now will be from B flat. It's going to be from B flat. Inside this lesson, remember, we talk about our musical letters, how the black is got their musical letters, the meaning of tones, semitones. Then after that, we talk about scales. I told you that there are 3 types of scales. The first one, which is what? Your chromatic scale, and your tone scale. Then the next one, which is diatonic scale. And inside that diatonic scale, there are a lot of things to learn inside that diatonic scale. And one of those scales that we're going to be learning, the diatonic scale, is what we just started today, which is major scale. And inside that major scale, we need to learn how to play our 12, major scale to all our 12 keys. Now we have covered both key of C and key of F. So our next class, we are going to be starting with what they call key of B flat. Now underneath for B flat is A sharp, but it's good to just call it B flat. Do you get now? I have my reason. We will soon learn theory of music but this one is just for keyboard section. Okay, thank you very much. Those of you that join me, those of you that share the live, those of you that like it, God will bless you more. And please, I'm begging you, please subscribe if you have not subscribed to my channel, and try and watch some video. If you check under my channels, you see some videos that are like, you see some. So if you check my channel, you see some videos. They are just long videos. Some are short videos. Some are live, why some are lessons, free lessons. Under that free lessons, you can check. You see different videos. There are some powerful links that I also dropped there. So thank you very much. God bless you for joining my live section. God bless you, Mama. Thank you. say A sharp is wrong, like when you are playing scale, because A and A sharp is still like diatonic, so you don't repeat their name. That is the diatonic rule. So you just call it the next. You have to just get another name to look for it, and another name for that A sharp is B flat. Do you get now? So that is the thing. So that is why even in theory of music, if you are, as soon as you are learning stuff, though I'll still teach everybody how to sight read too. If you are learning stuff, that is why you see the you see F is part of the flat keys. We have 7 flat and we have 7 sharp. Do you get now? Like now F is the first key under flat keys. Can you see it now? So that is the thing. So that is it. God, I don't know if I answered your question. So see you in our next class. God bless you all. God bless you.
Wow. So you go save am to your